let's just make sure we've got all the sounds right again for part 3, I mean, even. See, mix PSVR. Sound test good. Okay, so I'm going to leave that over there. Sorry, just bear with me just one sec. I'm just setting everything up. Could be good. Okay, right, excellent. Looks like everything's all up and running. We've got sound and everything. Okay, going to be a little bit different for today because it doesn't look like renting is working at the moment. But I do have a couple of the rental ships, like the Reclaimer and a couple of the others, but I'll go through those as we go through the store. Go through the convention hall. But firstly, let's have a look at what we got here. So, Aegis Dynamics is basically the military department. Well, I wouldn't say department. It's a military manufacturer. It's a leading manufacturer in military design and technology for the UAE Navy fleet. So if there's basically any ship that the UAE uses, it's normally either Anvil or Aegis. Hopefully I got that right, but it's Aegis, mostly Aegis. As you can see here on this little screen here, we've got a couple like hammerheads. That is the Idris. Got the Eclipse, Titan, not Reclaimer. I'm getting these all mixed up. But yeah. But let me just quickly go through some of the lists of the stuff that we've got here at the moment. Now, first up is basically the Titan series, and we've got this one as Titan Avenger series. Now the Avenger Titan, which I believe is that one, yep, that's the Avenger Titan, is basically the next go-to ship after your standard starter ship. So some people like to pay a little bit extra for this ship as their starter ship. Some people use the main starter ship that they get and then they work up to this ship. But this ship is a nimble little fighter. It's another all-round cargo hauler, fighter, transporter, etc. But yeah, still on the very low end. But all of the Avenger series are pretty much the same. Now the Stalker, I'm guessing this. I can never remember which ones are which, but I know that one of these, the Stalker, or what was the other one? The Renegade. The Renegade makes me think that's. So one of these has got an interdictory on it, so I'm guessing that it's this one here, because this one says combat interdiction. So basically in the back it's got an interdiction ring which puts out a field that will pull other people out of warp or quantum drive or whatever you like to call it. So this one I believe is the interdictor. That's a general all-purpose freight. That is more transport freighter, the Renegade, and the Warlock is more or less fighting, or it could be another interdictory. Anyway, we'll go through all of those when we get onto the floor, and we'll see which one is which. Because we can't really rent these ones out at the moment because there's a bit of a glitch, we will tour each ship on the floor, except for the Reclaimer, because as I said, I've got the Reclaimer, and we will take the Reclaimer out on a test flight. This one here is the Eclipse. Now this is a bomber type. It has 3 size 9 torpedoes. There's 2 heavy bombers in this game and from this company. One is the Eclipse and the other one's the Retaliator. Some people prefer this one because this has 3 size 9. The Retaliator has 6 size 9 bombs in there. One size 9 bomb can hit, one size 9 torpedo can one-shot a hammerhead. Now, people do like the Eclipse over the Retaliator because it is a maneuverable. It's considered a fighter at some point because of how maneuverable it is. But it only has three of those torpedoes. I don't know, I don't believe it has any other weapons apart from those size 3 torpedoes. We'll have a check when we get to have a little look at it. The Gladius, the dogfighter, the ship of choice for a lot of PvP pilots. Yeah, this one's got a little bit of salt behind it. Well, not really salt, but it's the cause of a lot of salt because, as I said, a lot of PvP players like to use these to grief or pirate or just basically blow up other players' ships. And then that in turn they kind of get a little bit annoyed when they get destroyed because they think they should be overpowered and everything. But hey ho, I'm not a PvP player and I'm not going to, well, yes I am, but hey. But yeah, this is, like I said, a multi-role dogfighter for the PvP combat pilots. And you also have another variant of the Gladius. But we will have a look at those in the ship. The Hammerhead. Now this is another ship that we do own in from in-game money. The Hammerhead is basically a gunship. The pilot doesn't really have any real weapons. Well, it's got missiles, but the main weapons are all these guns and turrets, and you do need other people to fly this ship. This ship is really hard to solo, so this has the opportunity to have up to 6 gunners, so 2 on each side, 1 on top, 1 on bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 6 turrets. Now those guns used to be size 5 guns, but they found that was too OP, and now they downsized them to size 4. But still, those guns do look massive when you get to look at them up close and personal, and you will see that. So we will go on the tour of that, The Idris. The Idris and Javelin are the super ships of Aegis of the UAE Navy fleet. The Idris P has a massive railgun on the front. These ships hold between 40 and 80 people on these ships. These are full-blown military battleships, and yeah, like I said, you can fit your most of your corp on these because they've got gun turrets forever. They need pilots, crew, engineering, people to fly the ships because the Idris itself is a carrier and can carry a couple of fighters, Pacific fighters in its depth. They mainly probably carry the I think they're designed to carry the Gladius fighters. They've got like a hangar inside there where you can carry a couple of Gladius fighters in there. Not necessarily the Javelin. The Javelin is a destroyer type. Doesn't have a hangar, but it does have missiles, guns, more guns, and guns on top of those guns, and basically is set out to basically annihilate anything that it comes against. As I said, the Idris is a carrier. It does have a massive front gun, but it's not as powerful as the Javelin. However, it does have a little small fighter escort. It's not the biggest carrier. It's not really considered a big carrier because there are other carriers that are much bigger than this or much more versatile than this. For example, say the Kraken. However, this does certainly do a good job. Though these two are not necessarily in the game at the moment, as you can see, it's got this big in concept up at the top. And as you may have noticed, these prices are insane. $1,500 and $3,000 just to get that. And you can't even buy it, because as you can see, it's sold out. They only sell a very few limited amounts of these. So once they go on sale, you have got mere seconds to purchase them. If you are a WoW and want to purchase one of these, but you're more likely to get these on the grey market rather than on here and paying a little bit extra. But yeah, these are not solo ships. These are massive corp ships. You would need an entire crew of, as I said, at least 40 people to be able to crew both of these ships. I don't think that we'll be seeing these in-game here at the moment. Let me just move over to here just to make sure that we get that doesn't go through. The Nautilus. The Nautilus is another concept ship. It is a mine layer stroke sweeper. The idea of this is a denial of area type ship. It basically launches these chevrons up at the top. Chevrons, is that the correct word? These launchers up at the top, and there'll be another one underneath. Their basic task is to program, arm and disarm any mines that are coming in or going out. Basically, you can program the mines so that they will pick up friend, foe, what type proximity, or detonate on impact. Whatever type of mine that you're going to be using, these will program it and then launch the mines into space to give a sort of denial of an area effect. The idea is to stop people from being out, to make a blockade. So if you want to blockade or stop people using a jump point, or stop people getting access to a particular station because you want to try and drive prices up on the market, this will be the one for you. And yeah, these are nasty when they get into full use. The Reclaimer, probably one of the only civilian type of ships on here. The Reclaimer is a salvage. It is the end of the career path type ship. This is the salvage ship. It's one of the biggest ships in game. It is a bit of a debate which is bigger, this ship or the 890 Jump. And the reason being is it is in one area. It is bigger in some areas and smaller than the others in the 890 Jump. The 890 Jump has a lot more inside it, whereas the Reclaimer will basically eat other ships. Yeah, the 890 Jump has a lot more inside it, and the inside of this one is basically for storage space of grinding up and eating other ships. The Reclaimer is the hardest ship to fly in the entire game so far. It is even harder to fly than the 890 Jump. Reason being is inside atmosphere, you cannot fly this ship without it being in VTOL mode, because if you do it in normal mode or forward mode, you'll just drop out of the sky like a giant heavy iron brick. So the only way to launch from a planet with this is to stay in VTOL mode and constantly hold down the space bar and just go straight up. And I mean, I've timed it once. It can take anywhere between 22 minutes to 30 minutes from opening the hangar doors to launching, and you're just holding the space bar down throughout the entire time. So yeah, if you want a challenge at flying the ship from one place to another and take a long time doing it, you try the Reclaimer. But as I said, this is a salvage ship. It is a multi-crew ship. The idea is to be able to go out and salvage derelicts. So be able to go and salvage derelicts with a massive crew. It can eat other ships because it's got a massive grinder in there, got a big claw. And yes, this is one of the ships that we've got. And we will have a look around at the interiors and give this ship a good old fly to see what it's like. I just double click up here. Okay, next up here is we have the Redeemer. The Redeemer is a good ship of choice. It has been quite a popular ship. As I said before on previous videos, this ship was a competition ship. It was a winner of a competition. Some time ago, many years back, there was a competition to say who can design the best ship. And someone designed the Redeemer, and that ship design won. Originally, it was designed as a drop ship, stroke gunship, but whilst it was going through the initial process, the creation process of bringing this into the game, they removed the dropship element out of it because it just wouldn't fit inside the actual ship itself. It's using, the wings are using new type gravlev technology, so it will move a little bit different from any of the other ships because of the technology that it uses for it. So we'll have a look around this on the hull. If we can start renting these out, I'll give this one a good fly, but like I said, unfortunately renting it is out at the moment. The Retaliator. Now this is an odd one here because you've got the Retaliator and the Retaliator Bomber. Now I'm not too sure which one's which at the moment because they didn't used to be these two variants. It was just the Retaliator, and now you've got Retaliator and Retaliator Bomber. And we're thinking that the Retaliator Bomber is the one that has the size 9 torpedoes, and in that case, this probably has nothing in it. I have no idea what that will have in it if that's the case. But yeah, the Retaliator Bomber has 6 size 9 torpedoes. It is quite hard to move and also does have 6 turrets on there as well. So 4 up at the let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, between 5 and 6 turrets at the top. Now, like I said, I do have this, and we'll give this a little test flight just so I can show you the power of the torpedoes. And that they can one hit a hammerhead, and it has 6 of these, so you can use these to take down an entire fleet of big bad guys. The Sabre, another one of the dogfighting favourites. It is a light fighter, stealth fighter because it has a minimum sort of output, so that people can't really see all that well. But it's still a good little fighter, and it has got a couple of variants here. So that one say stealth fighter, medium fighter, Comet. And then we have the Vanguard series. We have got several of these types. We've got the Harbinger, the Hoplite, the Sentinel, and the Warden. Each one of these, this is supposed to have a what is it called? A battlefield replacement module. It was supposed to be the Vanguard was like one base model, but the center part can be removed and replaced depending on which module you want. So at the moment, we've got these 4 different variations, but it'll be one model, all variations in the future, so they can just chop and change or swap out what the central model is. As you can see, the Hoplite, wait, not the Hoplite. We'll start with this one. The Harbinger is a bomber. Basically, it has rockets on the top. So I do hope that I get these right. So please let me know in the comments if I actually say this incorrectly. I want to make sure I got these right. But yeah, I believe that the Harbinger is a bomber. It has several extra missiles, especially a rocket turret on the top. The Hoplite is basically a dropship, as it says up there, dropship. So therefore, it replaces a lot of the internal components with jump seats, so that you can. So therefore, you could take a small crew complement to a planet and move it around. The Vanguard Sentinel is interdiction. It was at one point referred to as electronic warfare. So basically it has a EM dampener as well. I don't know if it actually got an interdiction, but it basically has an EMP device which can help shut down shut down all the ships within a certain radius around you. Basically disrupts all of their electrical equipment, as well as the front weapons were on the stock. The front weapons were basically distort guns. Now I think the EMP has been a bit nerfed, so it's not as powerful as it used to be, and all the weapons can be changed no matter which ones that you've got. So if you want to change the distort cannons to other thing, or if you've got one of these and you want distort cannons, you can change that around. And the last one is the Warden, which is a heavy fighter variant. So not as many missiles as the bomber version, but it's still got lots of guns, lots of firepower, and you can shoot stuff quickly. The Vulcan. Sort of, I know I said the Reclaimer was one of the only civilian ships. The Vulcan is a civilian stroke military application. It is the entry level ship for refueling, repairing and rearming, or repair, refuel and rearms. So it contains a couple of drones that you can send out to repair ships. It has some refueling pods, but it doesn't have any way to refuel itself unless you actually go to a station. And you can also rearm other ships with weapons, ammo, missiles, and such, so on and so forth. Like I said, it does all of these in the very limited capacity that it can do. You probably might not be able to get full-blown service out of these, but at least you'll be able to get things up off the ground. So you might be able to refuel an Avenger Titan, or you'll be able to basically do a quick patch-up job on someone that's just taken a little bit of battle damage. However, like I said, it should be just enough so that they can get to a station, so they can do full proper refuels and repairs and rearms or whatever it is that they need. Each one of these, there is a greater ship, such as like refuels. Refuel, you have like the staff area, and repairs, you've got the Crucible. I'm not sure about rearms, but I think the Crucible might also do rearm and on that as well. But we'll see when the Crucible comes out. And then we are back to the Stalker. Almost done. Right. Okay, so Warborn deal. We've got the Aegis. We'll go through that later. Let's have a quick look at the promotional video. Let's go.
Whoa! No need to resort to fisticuffs to decide whose Aegis ship is the better. No! For crying out loud! Go get in your damn ships. Come on. Let's take it to the tarmac, shall we? All right then, friends. Gladius versus Sabre. Let's settle this thing once and for all. Sans violence. I mean, I used to do this kind of thing on my show all the time. Are they ready? Sounds good! See, we've arranged a tower of barrels for each ship to blast. Each ship has the standard factory loadout. So let's see how that Gellingson Mantis GT220... Oh! I think maybe we should get out of here. Never put the cutter. Oh, there it is!
Yeah, saw that one coming. Right, okay, so we have gone through everything in the list here. Let's go and have a look at the expo hall. Okay, now as I said at the moment, unfortunately the rentals are not working at the moment, so we're going to have a little look around all of the ships. You see, you've got the Reclaimer right there, hanging over the Comet. Get out of the way, shoot. I want to get in here and have a little look. So what we've got, the Reclaimer, Sabre Comets, the Avenger series, the Redeemer, Gladius variant. So it is a very full show that we've got here. Almost everything is having a look at. Now let's have a little look around. Let's go this way round here. Finish up having a look into the Reclaimer. Let's see what happens. Which one we go downstairs? Yeah, as you can see, that Reclaimer is a beast. Because we already got this one, we'll have a look at this. We'll take this one off and have a little wander around with that. You can see you've got the massive claws at the front. What we've got here, these are the comets. There's the comet. So, Apex Hall 4, 5. What did we say that we had down here? Get out the way. Okay, so all we've got down here is a Retaliator and Eclipse. Okay, so let's have a little look at these. Just checking to see if rent is actually working. Oh, rent is working. Okay, cool. It wasn't working earlier. But, okay, so we are going to go round and have a little collection of some of these. Oh, okay, so it does have a couple of badges, so you can actually use it to shoot, to fight in. But mostly it has got the actual size 9 torpedoes. This is the Retaliator, so we already got this. I'll rent it again. God, why not? Oh, food. We're good for the moment. They really need sort of like conveyor belts. Conveyor belts? Sorry. Treadmill? Oh, I can't remember. Sorry, I've been playing too much Satisfactory. But you know those moving conveyor belts that people get to get from point A to point B faster. Okay, so what have we got in here? Okay, so we've got the Vanguard series. Instead of renting all of these, we're going to have a little look around inside each one of these. But they'll just take ages. So this one is the Vanguard Warden. What did we say that the Warden was? So the Warden was the heavy fighter. So a heavy fighter. So you can see from the standard inside. It's basically this interior here is a changeable field module, combat field module, which you use to replace for different things. So as you can see here, you've got a couple of beds. Little program terminal, toilets, some storage. Actually, you can't see. There should actually be around here a turret. Oh, there's a turret. Okay. There we go. Enter turret. Drops down. And like I said, a lot of different, all the different ships have got different variations of turrets. One of them is mostly like a missile turret. There's, okay, that's the exit, not power on. Okay, so that's the Warden, their heavy fighter. What have we got over here? So this one is a Harbinger, which is the bomber variant. You just said it's more missiles than weapons. As you can see, this one has got. This is supposed to be for your clothes rack, and therefore the armory for the weapons. So two beds. So this was pretty much the same, but here you can see through the windows and see the missiles that are installed onto there. Now that looks like is that a cluster missile? No, but yeah, it looks like you can actually see through the windows and see the weapons that are inside it. And also you've got the external weapons as well here. Okay, next up, Hoplite. I think this one was the troop transport, the dropship. And yes, it is. As you can see, you've got drop seats. There's some weapon holsters here. There should be some weapon holsters around here as well, or not. Again, the top-mounted turret. Oh, here's the weapon holsters. There you go. And again, the front should all be the same. Oh, another little thing. You've got a little secret compartments in there as well. That's the hoplites. What I reckon. This should be the Sentinel, I think, which was originally referred to as the electronic warfare system, but instead it is now more or less it's now called an interdictor. It used to be called electronic warfare ship, but now go away. But now it's an interdictor. Is now an interdictor. I don't know if this can actually interdict because I can't see anything that allows it to interdict. Oh, come on, open! I'll get the doors right, and you can open up as well. But yeah, this has an EMP field generator, which is supposed to knock out ships that are close by. Unfortunately, it has been nerfed a little bit, so it's not as powerful as it used to be. And the main front weapons are distort cannons for stock, but as I said, the distort cannons can be swapped out, and that looks like an attrition. Is that right? The attrition weapon, which basically does more damage the hotter it gets. Okay, so that is the Vanguard series. Let's move on to the next. Over here is the next one. Oh, let's see, that ship is massive. So I'll give you a full tour of this ship when we take off. Okay, so whereabouts are we now? Okay, we're here. Okay, the Avenger series and Redeemer. Okay, we definitely want to try and get the Redeemer if we can. Firstly, let's have a little look at the Titan. Now, the Titan. Sorry, I keep calling it a Titan because that's the standard one that everyone seems to get. Where's the? Okay, it doesn't have any information. Okay, so the Aegis Avenger Titan is basically it's basically the next starter ship level that people get if they don't want to go for the Aurora. They want something a little bit more powerful, a little bit more potential than the Aurora or Mustang. This is normally the next thing that they get, or the standard upgrade from the Aurora, the first thing they want to get, because this is a much better ship. And if we can have a little look in its internals here, it has a little bit of an all-round all-purpose. So you've got a grid here for cargo to hold it in place. A little area to sleep in. I think you've got toilet facilities. Do you have toilet facilities? Doesn't look like it. But here is the cockpit, and also, as you saw, it does have different exit methods to go out to the side if needed. So you can either go into the side or go out the back. You can see this back can support some very small ground vehicles, but not many. It doesn't support a rock, which is a shame, but it will support things like a Nox. Okay, maybe not a Nox, but it will what will it support? A grey cat, I think. A little golf buggy, and maybe a dragonfly. So this one, what is this? This is the Stalker. This is the bounty hunter version. The Stalker. Okay, right, now I remember. As soon as I see these, this allows you to capture people. These pods here are basically to store your bounties. So when you go out, you capture someone, you stun them, and then you put them into here for transport to prison facilities. And yeah, it's not an interdictory. I will show you the interdictor ship later. You can see the rest of here is all standard, bed, cockpit, and so on. But yeah, the main feature on here is the prison pods so that you can transport your prisoners. Yeah. Well, I had to see it to remember what was what around it. This one over here, I think that one is the racing variant, but this one is the Warlock. This one's the interdiction. This is the interdictor field. Now, as you can tell, it's got a great big massive circle thing in here. So this big circle thing is what creates the interdiction field. And yes, we can just walk right into it and not suffer any damage whatsoever. No, it is not an engine or turbo boost module. It is an interdiction field that will stop or pull other ships out of warp or out of quantum travel, and then you can use these to fight. Now, the only true way of getting into this is through the side entrance here. I will try this out just so you can see it, if it wants to let me in. And let's go out. And yep, you can get into the back area here. Unfortunately, you can't get to the back, so you're kind of trapped in here unless you go out through the side. Okay, I'm guessing this last one's a sort of a racing variant. Renegade. What's it say about the Renegade? Freight. Masters of Flight. Okay, so according to this is the freighter variant. Okay, so pretty much the same as the standard variant. Probably might have a little bit extra cargo space, but I can't see it around here. Yeah, so that looks like the same as the standard Titan, but just a different paint shop. I would have thought this was more or less the a racing variant. And here is the Redeemer. Like I said, this one was a competition entry ship. You say we can actually purchase this, or has the thing gone on strike again? I think the rentals has gone on strike again. Oh well, looks like we're not going to be able to rent this, but we'll give you a little bit of a tour of this one. Firstly, I want to draw your attention to these wings, because these wings are actually their engines. They open up and produce an anti-gravity field rather than actual using actual thrusters for momentum, even though it's actually got thrusters here and here. But yeah. Go on. Okay, so this is the interior. As you can see, it's got a nice little washroom, and we're all vampires in here, so in this universe, so no reflections. Washroom, shower head. There's the toilet. Guess this must be an escape. Okay. Wardrobe here. More wardrobes. Okay, so this used to... Oh, you can open it now. Yeah, that was a little bit of a problem. We couldn't actually get these earlier. I'll store that for later. Up here. Yeah, just to let you know, that was a little bit of an issue earlier. We couldn't open those doors, so we couldn't get hold of all the nice, wonderful stuff that we got in there. Oh, so we got a call coming in. Greetings and welcome, fellow travellers out there. Just to let you know, you are live on this live stream. How's it going?
I'm not bad. How are you?
You all right? Yeah. Are you on your way home at the moment?
Yeah, I'm on my way home.
Okay. Is there anything you need before you get here?
I was just wondering whether I should stop by the shops and get something for dinner tonight.
I've already gotten some stuff.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you when you get in.
All right. Have fun, everyone.
They say thank you. Okay. I'll speak to you when you get in. Have you?
Love you.
Yeah. Mrs. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, that was just the missus just on the call. Always got to say hi to the missus. Right, yeah. So as we go, yeah, got a couple of drop seats here. As I said, this used to be a drop ship type, but unfortunately I had to take out most of the drop seats. But they did leave a couple in here. We've got 4 in here, but the main areas are here. So we've got like the top turrets up there. You can get hold of some of the components around here. Open up for the batteries. Go on, are you opening up? Okay, guess not. I don't guess that doesn't want to work either. For the lower turrets, there's the entrance for the lower turret down there. You've got a couple of remote turrets here and here, as well as the pilot seat here as well. This is a real heavy duty battleship, gunship. Those. What the frig's going on with me? Okay. And that's how you get out. Yeah, as I said, got those. I think those are 2 size 5s up at the top. As you can see, it's got a lot of guns on this one. 1, 2, a couple up at the top. Another gun here. Another gun here. Yeah, so this is a pretty damn fine gunship. Also, it works much better when piloting with a group of people. Okay, so what's next here? Okay, this final section here, Gladius, and the Hammerheads. Gladius variant, and Hammerheads. Now, we already got the Hammerheads, so we don't need to worry about renting that, so we can have a little look at it. But we'll give you a little bit of a guided tour around these. So these are the this is the PvP ships. Well, I mean, these are the ships of these are the these are the choice ships of the PvP pilots. They do like you flying these ones a fair bit. That's because they are fast, they're maneuverable, they allow you to get into the other player's blind spot easily. A lot of people do jousting with them quite efficiently, and they do have a little bit of firepower. But I do not recommend sticking with the stock. The stock firepower is always a bit problematic. I definitely recommend taking them out. Can we turn these on? Can we actually turn these on? Where's that power on button? I just realised that I just activated the weapons, but I'm trying to see if I can fire the weapons. I think that would have been a problem. Oh. That would have been so funny if I started launching the missiles from this thing. Here is another one of my favourite ships, the Hammerhead. As I said, this is not a single player ship. It is a multi-crew ship. The pilot would actually be around here. That's the actual cockpit right there. It's one of the unique ships that actually has an underside cockpit rather than on top, so you get better down. These guns used to be size 5. But I think they've shrunk them down to size 4. However, they still look pretty massive. What do you think? The red just makes it give it that look. We will go for a full tour of the hammerhead as well. I'll as well have a little look at this whilst we're here. It's hard to see where everything is. There should be a... Ah, there it is. Go up. Central view. Now let's start from the rear and work our way forward for this ship. So here is cool elevator. So basically this is the cargo elevator here. Just trying to bring that up so you can actually see it properly. Now, all the dust particles you see going across are from these engines. Because, yeah, I'm sure that standing here in this like radioactive waste that's coming off these engines is totally safe. It's totally safe. Yeah. No, I actually have my helmet stayed on and I'm not taking that off. But here we have the rear underside tunnel. I think this goes underneath the ship. So we turn around. So you turn upside down and you pop out from the underside. Oh. Ah! Because in space it doesn't really matter what's up or down, does it? Okay. Actually, let's have a quick look up here. We'll come back down this way. So we've got engineering up here. Well, that's engineering over there, but up here we actually have the engineering panel, or the engineering station. So we can oversee what the functions that are going on here. And in here we have some crew quarters, or the crew mess, I should say. You can't really see well in the dark. Maybe we should use my version and just... yeah, and this is the refrigerator. Turn the lights on. Tell you what, let's just get down. In here, what do we have in here? We have another engineering station. Looks like we've got a couple of engineering stations. Okay, got one of the external gun turrets on the side. Got escape pods. Have a ramp down to the... What the... Okay. This is the lift that goes down to the bridge. Go on, you open them up. Right, so I'll give this a proper tour. Can't really see anything whilst in here, so it's whilst the lights are out. I'll give a proper tour when we take off from the space station. Okay, so Okay, let's move on to the next hall. See what else we got here. Okay, so we just basically got the reclaimer. As I say, I've got the reclaimer here, so we'll launch from this station here and have a little look at that. Aegis Saber. Do we have Wrench yet? No, Wrench still out. Okay. So next we just have the holodeck underneath and also the ground vehicles. I believe it should just be ground vehicles. We have nothing, yay, in this part. And on the other side, we also have nothing. That is a great showcase right there. So, total of nothing there. Oh, let's have a look at the holo viewers here. Now, the holo viewers are basically in concept ships, so we can have a little look at some of the concept designs. What is that? Oh, that's the Liberator. It took me a moment. No, not the Liberator. That's the Vulcan. From the side angle, I thought that was the Liberator. But no, that's the Vulcan here. The ship that will be refuel, repair, rearm. Am I right? Aegis Vulcan. Refuel, repair, rearm, become one front support ship with Aegis Dynamics, versatile Vulcan supply and aid to pilots on the fly. Whether pinned down under heavy fire and in need of ammunition, low on quantum fuel after an ill-planned jump, or stranded in unknown spaces with a busted thruster, a pilot in distress can always count on a Vulcan and its cadre of drones to lend a speedy, efficient assistance. As I said, this is sort of like the entry-level ship to all three of those. Now I say entry-level ship, not starter ship. Big difference. Not all entry-level ships are starter ships, but not all starter ships are entry-level ships. Or most of them are. Hey ho. Yeah. So that was to get into those, and this is the Nautilus. Easy tell by the those pop things that pop up and down. A big ship that basically arms mines and also can sweep them up and disarm them as well. This is used to give an area of denial. It basically place mines around any areas you want to keep other people away from. Mine layer. With 4 centuries of distinguished service under its belt, the Aegis Dynamics Nautilus Tactic Mine Layer represents the ultimate in strategic combat engineering, with fully integrated mine deployment, sweeping and disarming capabilities. Okay, I think we are all good here, so let's head on to the starport and take the reclaimer for a fly. Like, wonder if we can get any food at the exits here. I think we can. There normally is like a little burger bar right up here. Not a burger bar, tacos. Actually, let's take my helmet off. Don't leave my helmet on. What have we got here? Cheddar and ham burrito. Yes, please. Have a cheddar and ham burrito, please. Where is it? Try quick buttons. There we go. There we go. And water. Gotta have your good old water. Dehydrated water, please. Place it in the can. There we go. Right, let's head back off to the starport and see if we can take off from this place. Now, as I said, taking off with the Reclaimer is one of the hardest challenges to do. The Reclaimer is one of the hardest ships to fly. As such, it is even.
Display of this year's IAE are available to rent. Want to join in and help keep our halls moving? Every guest. Keep track of all your belongings and deposit any waste in appropriate receptacles. Thanks.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. Careful, doors are now closing.
Okay, now as I was saying, the Aegis Reclaimer is possibly one of the hardest ships to fly in game, even harder than the 890 jump, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I like to fly it so much. Is because it certainly gives you a fair bit of a challenge as you try to take off from any planet surface. This might take a fair old while to actually take off. In fact, by the time that we actually take off, we might even be the sun might have even risen up over Microtech and we can actually see the dawn. It is going to be an interesting takeoff, this. Next one. So what is this? This is the comms by the looks of it. Must be a grant,
Careful,
I mean.
doors are now closing.
Did I say comms? I meant grant. That big tower, meaning the place, the hotels, basically. And there's a spaceport. See those those red lights up there? That's the indication of the spaceport. Okay, so place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. By the time we actually take off in the Reclaimer, will it actually be daylight? Will we see daylight coming over here by the time we actually hit warp? As I said, this is one of the hardest things to do. One of the hardest ships to fly. Oh, hello there.
Nearing next stop.
Schrodinger's Gat, flying a less aerodynamic brick. Yeah. As I was saying earlier, basically, when you're trying to fly the Reclaimer, you have to fly in VTOL mode, because if you fly in standard mode, it is basically like flying a giant metal brick. Hi there. Hi. I do like that outfit. In fact, I got that outfit upstairs. Okay, so let's see how well a metal brick flies.
Welcome to to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Ready to upgrade?
Vehicle retrieval system.
Located in the plaza. The
Vehicle
factory line has
selected.
all of my
Stand by.
latest offerings.
Location. Goodbye. Your insurance claim has been sent.
Go on. At this point, it'll say
The
that you
latest
can't do it
updates
because all the
for
bays are
visibility
taken up.
and gate assignments. Please use one of the conveniently located terminals.
Your vehicle.
Hey, hangar 18, we have a hangar.
My prototype. The Empire believes in where creative innovation is creativity.
Okay, so there's two ways of entering here. We've got the stealthy way, which is not very impressive, or you've got the big massive arse of an entrance. We're going for the big massive arse of an entrance. Oh look, the door's already opening for us. That's nice. Okay, let's have a quick look over this ship here now we can actually see it. You can see that is one giant massive claw that we got over there. Oh. Massive claws. We so want to weaponize that claw. We really, really want to weaponize that claw. See if you can actually use it to grab other ships as they're flying by and then just rip them to pieces. I might as well put my helmet back on. Just in case, because there's a lot of buggy areas around here. Now, I do know that there is a place around here. Let me see. Ah, there it is. So right here. So basically, you've got this lift that comes down from here. And this lift basically takes you right up into the cockpit. But it's not very cinematic. You can use that lift to go all up in. Let's go on, close it. Or we've got the rear entrance, which is all the way back over here, which I think is kind of a fun way. I prefer going this entrance, because this is much more impressive. This is a much more impressive entrance when it works. Can't access the game. Did you have the same problems when logging in? Yes, we've had. There's been this little bit of. I think it's 16.0.0.0 something. Account updates not available. But yeah, it happened. Just leave it for about an hour and then try again. Do not. I mean, do not try to update. Sorry, what's the words? Damn it. Don't you just hate it when the words are right on the tip of your tongue? What is it when you reset your account? Don't reset your account. Do not do that because that won't fix it. Just leave it for about an hour and then try again. But yeah. We'll go for the cargo area, salvaging area, and hangar area. We'll go through all of these when we get up into space. Here we have like the nice little entrance straight out of Aliens. In fact, I do believe that Aliens was the inspiration for this area. You just need someone collapse over this table with a chest burster coming out. This is one of my favourite ships. I do love this ship. There, that's the drone bay there. Let's have a look when this ship actually wants to work. the grinder, where you want to grind up all the other ships that you don't like, just to get that wonderful salvage goods. FYI, that other elevator would have popped up here, I think. So these are tractor beams. I think actually they were tractor beams. I think they're going to be turned into a salvage beam. One of them is going to be the salvage beam when 3.18 comes out. So let's see this thing dance. You ever watch Red Dwarf? The cat was told, "Can you fly this thing?" And he said, "Baby, not only can I fly it, I can make this thing dance." The dance. Hey. Okay, enough of that. Just don't want to be on the underside when I've done that. I've actually done that. I landed astride another ship. I just basically bounced up and down on top of it. That was fun. Right. Let's get out of here. Okay, the landing bay is open. Let's turn on the lights. Okay, let's turn off the lights. Taking off. Actually, turn on the light. Dark.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Yeah. If I was to move this into normal mode and just go into cruise, then unfortunately I would just fall out of the sky like a giant brick, and that's not really a good thing. So I try to avoid that by just staying in VTOL mode and just keep going up. Oh man, what a slow climb. It looks like we're getting some people trying to buzz us. $38, $39. God, that is such a slow climb. I wasn't lying when I said I actually timed this once and trying to get out of the atmosphere. It took me over 22 minutes. But we'll see if we can change that around today. Oh, look, the sun seems to be coming slightly over the edge. Oh, let's watch the sunrise. That's a good time. And here's the missus coming in. You right, hon? Hey, Mrs. is just coming to join us for a sec. We're actually ascending pretty well at the moment. Let's turn the light off. As you can see, the sunrise just coming over the edge of the horizon. Going to rotate a little bit so we can have a little look at that sunrise as it's coming up. What do you think? Sunrise to the rear or to the front? Sorry, I was just trying to read your text and it looked like I was going a little bit off. I think I can hear people flying around me. So, I don't know. I have seen a few people make the mistake of trying to tour it without fully leaving the atmosphere. Ends bad, yes. Oh yeah, I know. I'm going to aim this straight up, put it on cruise control. That's going to take a while to get out of the atmosphere. So I am going to get out of the pilot seat and have a little look around. Why am I hearing rushing winds? And why do I have a very bad feeling about boom? As you look out the window and you see the ground running. Yeah, that was one of the first things that I did when I first flew this ship. I took it up, put it on auto, basically just put it on cruise just to go out of the atmosphere. I wanted to have a little look. And as I looked out of the side windows, I noticed that a planet was coming up very fast. And I thought, that's not good. That is not good. Actually, let's go for a side-on view, because I think that might be a bit of a nicer view. Trying to grab the sun. Let's go and grab that sun. Actually, I think we might be high enough. Actually, yeah, we are high enough to make quantum. Excellent. Still do not. Let's just go to an OEM. OM. Oh, no. The frame rates. Right, we are now in frame rate territory. Go on, go on. There we go. We now got our frame rates proper. Right, are we stationary? Yes, we are stationary. Let's have a quick little look over what we've got here. So basically, you have the landing gear. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my frame rates to catch up so I can actually see what's going on. Okay, so firstly, you've got VTOL. VTOL, as you can see, it just basically puts the engines facing down and back. But we'll put it down again because the VTOL is automatically initiated when you put the gears down. And that is just awesome. Love the look on this ship. So let's go for a little EVA around this ship. I do have my helmet back on, don't I? Yes, yes I do. Because this ship isn't fully developed because it has a lot of bugs and problematic areas. I think they have fixed most of these because people have been complaining about these. Now these are tractor beam operation areas. I believe one of these is going to be replaced by a scraper beam, a main scraper beam for salvaging, which I think is good because, I mean, no, how many tractor beams do you think we need? Okay, now these are scanning decks as well as remote turrets. So if it has just the standard keyboard, that's a scanning deck, and if it's got these little joysticks in it, that's a remote turret. as I said, this pod was the allows you to go to the outside area where we saw that lift that comes in. So if you wanted to go straight to the bridge without going through all the crew stuff, do here. This will take you up to the main deck upstairs, which also is done by this lift. So this will be the salvaging, well, it says engineering station for the moment, but when the salvaging mechanics comes in, level 1, because at the moment salvaging tier 0 is coming in, which is basically simply just hull scraping. But there, I did do a video earlier about all the things that are going on with salvaging, which including the 4 things, which is components, scraping, scrapping and selling. Now tier 0 is just going to be just the scraping, but tier 1 will probably come in with scrapping, which is basically you take the superstructure of what's left over after you scraped off everything and removed all the components. You take the superstructure of a ship and grind it down to scrap metal, and that's what this big area here is for, this big ass area here is for, and what this station will be used for. Enjoyed it, have to run, catch the rest of it in a bit. No worries, Shodina's Cat. I'll see you again when you come back, or see you catch you again later. But thanks very much for joining us. It's always appreciated to see people coming in and saying hi. Thanks very much. Yeah, so this is the salvaging area for scrapping down superstructures to scrap metal, and that gets put down into the other areas. So I'll show you what the other areas are. I did make a video all about salvaging about a year ago, where I did describe everything that happens with salvaging, and it looks like I was bang on point. And that year wasn't the first video. I did actually another video, Jobs of Star Citizen, which tells you all the different types of jobs, and I did outline everything that will be going on in salvaging. I did that about 2 years ago, and it looks like I was very much accurate on that. Anyway, up here we have the top main gun. I think this is a size 5 gun. Let me have a look what we got for the top mounts. I really need to keybind power on. Power on Galdrines. So the thing is, when you shoot these guns, they actually shake the ship. So if there's anyone else on the ship, each shot will actually shake the ship a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Come on. Ladders are always a pain. Oh, yeah. Okay, over here you have gravity. So basically this is the gravity generator basically. It's what keeps us downstairs. Oh, what? Like, and I'm dead. Oh dear. Hi, hun.
Hey, baby.
How's it going?
Not bad.
Just died.
Ah.
I told you, I hate ladders. That's the problem. I hate ladders. Fribble, what are we going to do? Let's see if we can go and find my corpse. Got an idea. We'll take the hammerhead. Actually, I don't know how long it'll take to actually get the hammerhead out, but we'll go take one of the other ships and see if we can find my corpse on that ship. Oh well, sorry about that. Most people have problems crashing into the ground. I have problems crashing into the floors when I can't grab onto bloody ladders. Oh, whilst we're here, let's try and see if we can
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
claim. Okay, so we want the Aegis Eclipse.
Your insurance
let
claim
me,
has been sent.
Hammer. Oh, we've got the hammerhead. Cool, that's our hammerhead. Got the retaliator.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Anvil. Okay. Alright, let's bring out the hammerhead that we got
selected.
here. Hopefully,
Stand by.
we don't get that docking port glitch. Well, it does, there are other ways of getting onto it. There's been a bit of a problem with the docking ports. Well, there's been two problems with the docking port. The first problem with the hammerhead is that the
Your
doors
vehicle has
don't
been
open.
delivered.
The second problem is that the doesn't allow us to take off from the docking ports. Let's have a look. We'll change in a sec. That's the hammerhead over there. We'll just go for the standard suit and helmet. That way that we can get all the armor from our corpse when we get back to it. Hey, it actually allowed us in. That's good. Come on. That is a nightmare.
Aegis combat system.
Looks like we're getting the same problem with this.
Launch initiated. Engines online.
Come on, there we go.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Yep, got the same problem. Can't bloody move. Ah, damn it. I can't even get out of this.
You are
I can't even
not
get out of
allowed
the
to flight
seat.
bay. Please vacate the facility.
Yeah, I think that
Initiating ship storage
docks
procedure. For your safety, please
have
vacate
actually
the area.
been.
Thank you for your cooperation.
I think docks are not working properly. That's a problem. Ah,
Initiating
shame.
ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Eclipse. Oh well, let's take the Eclipse then.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Release from the hangars. It's much easier to launch from the hangars. But yeah, unfortunately, it looks like the docking ports are glitched out because we can't actually move from those. Or that could just be me. Don't know if anyone else is having the same problems with that. The Eclipse. I don't know what the size weapons are on it are. I think that these are like size 2s or size 1s. I don't know, but this is not a fighter. It does have some weapons that allows you to fight. The thing is, this is a bomber, simple, straightforward. The idea is that you get in, release your payload, and get the flock out of Dodge.
You are clear to launch.
I would actually rotate it, but I don't think there's enough space in this hangar for that. Let's put this thing through its paces. Okay, so this might take a little bit of a while. Whilst we're having a little, whilst we're waiting for that to get through, let's have a little look at some of the war bonds. What was the war bond deals that we got that was going on with that? So it's kind of curious to see what's currently going on. Yes, I've got the Aurora, the X1 Velocity. As I said, the X1 is supposed to be good to go with the over the 400i, but there's several variations. I think that we'll just get the standard X1 for the 400i. The Cutter, another Drake ship, 100i Mustang Alpha. So as the event goes on, this list will grow and grow with each company that comes out. I'm trying to see. Here we go. Starting from here, we've got the Avenger Warlock, Gladius. Let me see. The Buccaneer, Gladius variant. Vulture, the Retaliator, the Saber, Saber Comet. Well, the Vulcan, Wonder if there's anything that I can go for. Oh, I mean, I could upgrade a Vulture to that, but I don't want to. In 3.18, when salvaging comes out, I'll be using the Vulture to actually upgrade. And I was told not to get rid of the Expanse because that's also coming out as well. That's going to be a very good lookout. I kind of like the Scorpius and 400i. So that's going to have to be a really good ship for me to either upgrade any of those two. Just don't have the money for those. Corsair. I can't believe the Vanguard is more expensive than the Corsair. I thought it would be the other way around. I thought the Corsair would be much more pricey than the Vanguard or any of the Vanguard series. But look at this. It's got Vanguard Harbinger at 290, whereas the Corsair is at 250. The Redeemer. Oh. Expensive at 325. Look at that. The Reclaimer 400. I'm going to have to melt down a couple of ships to get that one. Hammerhead at 375 and the Nautilus at 725. Hey, these are big ships. Big ships. So how are we doing so far? Not much light going on in here. They really do need to change that up a little bit. Doesn't have much in the way of fuel. Actually, I wonder if there's supposed to be anything on Concierge. I don't even know if this is the correct store, but Versatile Pack, Tycoon Pack, Company Pack. What we got here? I think that looks more like it. That's more MISC. But yeah, it only does have a decent amount of ships on that. Anvil, Genesis, Aegis. Paints, don't really care too much about. Ah, here we go. Aegis Complete Pack. What's the difference between these, except for that one's a lot more expensive? Let's have a look. I'm guessing one's basically war bonds. But here, what we got for the Aegis Complete Pack: Avenger, Stalker, Warlock, Gladius, Javelin, Redeemer, Saber, Vanguard Hotlight, Aegis Vulcan, Reclaimer, Name Reservation. So that's what you're really paying for when you want to get these. The name reservations. Hammerhead name reservation. Some lifetime insurance there. Although it's not really worth it just to get the name reservations, to be honest. Ah, here we go. Idris P. Frigate. And the Javelin. As I said, yeah, the Javelin itself is like 3,000. The Idris is like 1,500. And yeah, the name reservations and lifetime insurance. Make sure you get lifetime insurance on all of these. How much did we say that was? 9,500. Well, 9,174. That's well, don't know about you, but that's just a little bit too pricey for my pocket. treasure, I thought my mark would have shown up by now.
Anybody out there? I've got pirates all over me! I need assistance here!
Ah, damn it. Oh, might as well try the high fret, see if this thing works any well on the high fret. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, that's my body up there. Ah, let's ignore that. Let's ignore that journal. Oh. I want to get my body back. You can get another one later. Let's go have a quick EVA around this ship. That's the entrance here. We're just going to have a little look over. There's a couple of entrances. That's another entrance there. But basically, I want to see where, if we can actually see where it comes in. I think it comes in. I wondered if that ship was getting closer at all. What's going on here? Oh, I thought there was some damage on there. Wondering how on earth can that get damaged? I'm trying to figure out where that could actually be the drone entrance rather than the actual airlock. Is that drone entrance? No, it's the airlock. I just want to have a look over here. But there's supposed to be like a massive door on the top. Don't seem to be there. Oh well, we'll head to the side door, because I'd rather go for the side door than the top door. Top entrance would have come through in here. And there's my body. Cool. Right. Okay. So basically, back on with the tour. Sorry about that little excursion. Okay, as I said, that is so that is the generator down there, back down to the bridge, as you could have seen. This here is the drone bay. You've got two drone pilots in here and here. Basically, if you want to do maintenance on the drones are basically kept here, repaired here, then sent out here to be launched out here. As that is basically the doors that I was kind of looking for. Well, one of the doors for the drones to fly in and out of the ship. Couldn't really see much on the top, but hey ho. As I said, here the drone pilots are kept behind some safety glass in case for any reason, like these drones might like to explode. You do not want to be in this room like I am standing right now. So with that note, I am getting out of here. Enter it. What's this? No, Siri, not you. Up here we have the kitchen, as I showed earlier, taken straight out of Aliens. You do have the airlock here where you can basically enter and leave the ship. However, this is going to go through a redesign because I don't want these upward facing airlocks anymore. They want to basically put it to the side, so the airlock practically going to be there rather than up there. Because yeah, you can't get out of an airlock like that, and it just doesn't work when it's not in junction with the actual way gravity works. You do yourself some injuries. And here we've got the captain's area, so you've got the captain's chair. They can give meetings to his crew. And over here you've got the captain's quarters. Nothing flash, just like a bed, toilet. And the doors open, and shower. And as likewise, we're all vampires here in this universe, as we have no reflections. Oh, what's that? Oh yeah, and cupboards to store your clothes as well. What else do we have out here? On the other side, we have the crew quarters, where the crew actually sleeps. Keep in mind, basically each one of these are self-sufficient. You can close off these areas so that, for privacy, and also to double as an escape pod. So basically, when you get into these, you can close them up, and then you can launch themselves as an escape pod, which is very nifty if you're on this. If you've got like a large crew that's asleep, and you need them to evacuate immediately. You've got clothing over there, more clothing here. And over here we should have toilets for the crew, kept in very lovely conditions, as you can see here. Ignore the rust and liquid and whatever these marks are. Again, vampiric window mirrors showing that we have no reflections, that we can see the toilet. However, if we open these, it is not reflected in the window. There you can see that door we just opened isn't. So we've got a couple of toilets, someone left the toilet lid up, and a couple of showers. Okay. So, moving on to the next. Here we have access to the engineering on the subdeck. Come on, let's try and see if we can do a ladder properly without killing ourselves this time. So this is the subdeck for engineering. The power generators here for the nuclear fissions. I'm sure there's probably no problems being around here without any sort of protective equipment. And this is an engineering station, as you can see. Engineering station, so you can help repair the ship from down here. Back up. The side airlocks, with these are supposed to contain your spacesuits before you head on out into the void. Same thing over here. Spacesuits being stored in there. And finally, the main lift. Now let's see if I can get this thing to work properly, because this has been a little bit temperamental from time to time. But firstly, we're going to the salvage balcony, which doesn't have anything productive in it, but does allow you to oversee operations in the salvage room. So as you can see, it is just a gap. It is just a grating that allows you to walk around the outside edge of the salvage room down there. So let's go down and have a look at the salvage bay. Salvage processing. Here on salvage processing, basically the scrap comes down here and we sort it and organize it ready for storage. So basically you do whatever you need to process your salvage here. Once you finish and want to put it into storage, you fling it down this chute. Now I'm not going to actually jump down there because I know how glitched out that has been for me before. I don't know if it's fixed or not, but we'll move on to the salvage hold. As you can see, the salvage gets, after it's finished being processed, gets dropped down here, and the people or the team down here will collect it from there and then store it against these walls here for storage. But speaking of storage, this also has a separate area for cargo hold, which you can possibly also double double as salvage storage if you want to use it in here. But you will need to move everything from this from the salvage processing area into here by man, which will take a little bit of extra time. But this will mostly be for storing any of your other types of storage that you need to, well, store. Okay, so that's all plenty well and good. It might even be possible to take this outside the ship and store, bring in small little ground vehicles such as like a Nox or a Dragonfly. Bring it into the lift and then you can store it inside the storage area. So another little flyby. And yeah, and that has been the Reclaimer. So another thing that I want to try, as we was having a look at the Eclipse earlier, now I did say the Eclipse has these wonderful size 9 torpedoes that can basically one-shot a hammerhead. I think some of you guys know where we're going with that. And let her rip. Yeah. Oh, I do love blowing things up. Okay, let's see what else have we got here. I wonder if we've got a nice little ERT mission, because we've still got two size 9 torpedoes left, and if we can just take one ERT mission. Bounty hunters. No, doesn't look like there's anything around here. Actually, let's have a little look at this eclipse underneath here. Basically, once you've let's stay still. So stay still. There we go. Once you open up the bomb bays, and as you can see there, it loads up a nice torpedo ready for launch. And when you fire, drops it and sends it straight into the void and brings the next one ready to launch. Okay, let's finish this up with a little bit of hard running down on the surface here. See if we can blow ourselves up by doing a little bit of hard running. Now there's a high threat that pops up. Of course it would. Right after I've used up all the weapons. Oh, I think I'm going to call that a day for the Aegis Dynamics. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really get to have a look at the Hammerhead, but I mean, we've had a look. We did have a little quick look around whilst it was on the stall. Sorry about the problem with the docking port, so we couldn't actually see it properly. But let's get myself like a final shot. The Aegis Dynamics. There we go. So yeah, again, thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've done in playing this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We've still got the entire week of the event that's going on, so each day we are going to be bringing you the different manufacturers for each day. I do believe that tomorrow is the Alien Day. Am I correct? So let's have a little look at what we've got for tomorrow. Aegis event schedule. So yeah, we've done Drake Interplanetary, Origin Jump Works, and today we've done Aegis Dynamics. So tomorrow we got the Alien manufacturers, which is Apoa, Banu, Esperia, and Geta manufacturer. So each one of those, I'm not sure about Geta, but I think Geta are alien. Well, they certainly look alien. But yeah, so we're looking forward to seeing what the aliens have to offer for tomorrow's IAE event. So thanks very much for joining us today. Guys, as I said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you